going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
56, the mark, boys. 56. Check 56. Right here, right here.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down the middle. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he gets gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And they can't bring him down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now a toss, Kamara left side. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
When we talk about defenders' eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Kamara trying again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Being chased out left. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find one to get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. There's a ball thrown right side and complete, and he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. 11 yards there, 1st down.
39-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one, and that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And we'll we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Steelers 10, Colts 3.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten to the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for T.J. Hawkinson.
Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on 4th down.
In punt formation.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 10 3-yard score after 1 here on EA Sports.
10, Colts 3.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
11 yards there, 1st down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Again, the ball.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
His throw incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will have the Steelers 1st down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
6-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Mecole Hardman, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Steelers 17, Colts 3. Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
First down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
And the Colts.
He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left, and it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back to throw again. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Brought down at the 37-yard line.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Kamara.
Well, it wasn't much of a gain, but we're getting near the 2-minute warning, so maybe they just want to get to that point, regroup, and decide what they want to do the rest of the half.
3rd down.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. There he goes right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
Matt Gay on for the point after.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They're going to look to throw. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Escaping the pressure right. He's good. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
This time they stay on the ground. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Next the score, Steelers 31, Colts 3.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They start the second half with Kamara. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. They'll set up a throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. You know, the running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Gay's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Make that now 2 runs in a row that have netted them great results.
And it doesn't matter what kind of blocking scheme they're using, gap scheme, power scheme, zone running. They are finding people in those gaps and moving them and creating nice space for their runners.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. It's a foot race. 30, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Back now in Pittsburgh, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. And that's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his receiver, Woods, but now it'll be 3rd down.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
The Colts on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend. And he's into the clear. The 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Again, it's Kamara. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Colts on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll have a first down past the 40.
Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts, and in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
24 is the mic. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
50's the mic. I'm not ready. Check, check.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Watch the slant.
A handoff as they run the counter play. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Defensively, they know the situation. They stack the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go a long way behind.
It could be a house call. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Complete.
A very solid gain of 27. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And the Colts 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You don't want nothing. 70 ranging. 70 ranging. You don't want to see me. You don't want it. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Back to throw here. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 16. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Intercepted. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey, we got 3 out. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final score, Steelers.
Charles, it's
48.
one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Steelers, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.